Welcome back to Love Natural Living. I'm Alexandria, and today's episode is going to be a little bit different. If you've been watching our videos, we've gone into a little bit about hydration, perineural therapy, and my health journey. But today, I want you to get to know our naturopath. So today, we're going to be talking to Dr. Patrick Love in a little more in depth on treatments he does, what got him into being a naturopath, and a little bit more just about him. So here we go. Okay, first question. What made you want to become a naturopath?
I started reading some books and was learning all about some of the hidden natural cures and antidotes and remedies that have been out there through the years and in medicine and health and wellness purposes in general, and many families for a long time, mothers and grandmothers carried a lot of these secrets from generation to generation, and but a lot of the secrets have gotten lost through the years. Some of that passed down knowledge is kind of slowly going away, so we want to keep that alive because that's true medicine. The dominance of the pharmaceutical industry and traditional medicine is not true medicine that aligns with your body. It might be needed from time to time, but it's not the true medicine that our body runs on. So yeah, I started reading a few books and found out that there is the field of naturopathic medicine, chiropractic medicine, and those are some of the more traditional routes to learn some of these things. Turns out they don't teach you much in school about how to actually apply and what all these treatments are that work and are effective, but they get, at least you get a foundation for medicine, and in all reality, learning is a lifelong venture. So still learning today and enjoy learning all these things.
That's awesome. I think it is so great that you did a lot of research first and really saw the need to bring back what has been used for years and years, generations. So it's great. Did you know you always wanted to go into this field? Or was that kind of a turn?
No, it was a spontaneous kind of change. I picked up a few books, Kevin Trudeau's Mystery Cures They Don't Want You to Know About being one, and a few others, and was just kind of hooked and fascinated more than anything, and knew I would enjoy spending many years learning that type of stuff. So it was a change of pace for sure. But I did have a biology background, so was able to apply that.
Just kind of went into the next. Okay, what's something people would be surprised to know about you?
I hardly ever treat myself or take very many supplements myself.
This is true.
So I'm have a little improvement in that regard, but I also kind of believe in minimalist applications to our body rather than overwhelming it with things. So I've taken relatively few things through the last decade of naturopathic medicine, but I usually try most things once or twice. But and recently I've found some treatments and remedies that I'm sticking to because they seem to work and be effective, but I take less than you would think.
I would say that is true. What does a typical day look like for you?
Well, I'm kind of put on multiple hats, play multiple roles through the day. So I'm kind of a nurse, kind of an administrator, kind of a doctor, kind of an aide of so I usually have IVs, quite a few IVs to do each day, and I mix those and start those and monitor those, and then I have client visits and consultations. So those are more like this, discussions.
Yeah.
And then some treatments. So either different types of injections or manual therapies. So usually the days have a pretty good mix.
Also a dad. The dad hat's in there.
/ changing a few diapers.
Yeah. Okay. How long have you been practicing?
I've been practicing for 10 years. Started learning about all this in 2009, reading all of Dr. Mercola's articles and newsletters, and so, but in practice for 10 years now.
10 years, that's a long time. A lot has changed in 10 years. But I'm sure we're still just unraveling little bits of what's going on. Yeah.
There's a lot more awareness about what we're doing and a lot more excitement out there, it seems.
Yeah. So in a day, what kinds of patients do you typically see?
As a naturopathic doctor, chiropractor, we see all kinds of clients from real sick to real healthy, but cases of autoimmune disease and cancer and fatigue, sleep issues. It seems like, unfortunately, almost everyone has one or two lingering issues these days. So that's what we're trying to fix, is we don't want us living with anything chronic at all, any sort of chronic illness. So we treat everything.
Yeah, you have a good practice with treating everything. Do you find, so this next question, what are the most common issues people come to you for? Do you find a lot of people come in groups with similar issues, or is there a pretty good mix consistently?
Things ebb and flow a little bit. So all of a sudden you'll get quite a few cases of a particular disease or problem. And then those will kind of phase out and you'll get some new ones. But you definitely have to stay on your toes each day. You don't know what's showing up.
Ooh, this is a good one. What's something you wish more people understood about their health?
I think if people understood that their mindset was really important, you really have to be able to have a vision, have a plan for your health, almost like a vision board, I guess you could say, of where you want to get to. So don't get stuck in the negative and everything that's not working. Start to focus on what can shift, what can move on the positive, and try to get 1% better each day.
Yeah, that was a great one. I remember at a time previously you had told me, when I was talking about something I was going through, how powerful we are with how we need to listen to our body and really focus on and let you know what really is going on, instead of just a random diagnosis, because sometimes that's not really relevant to what's happening. And really listening, we don't really need as many things that we think we do. We just think we need to go to the doctor and get all of these things all the time, because that's just what we were taught. So,
even if people come to the doctor, they're only in there for an hour.
Yeah.
We can only gather so much in a short period of time. So if people aren't also listening to their body, engaging with their health a little bit, it's definitely slows things down.
Yeah. All right, so this next part, we're going to tie in a few of the videos that we've been doing. So hydration is a huge topic right now. I feel like everyone is spammed with electrolyte ads and beautiful marketing for hydration. So what's one thing most people are doing wrong when it comes to hydration?
I would say most people who are just drinking plain water are probably doing it wrong.
I've been guilty of that, but I've gotten a lot better after learning so much over the past 4 years. I know it's something that is just, we need to drink so much water, so much water, so much water, but there really was no explanation of like what needs to be in that water and what type of water. So it's so crazy. Is hydration really as complicated as the market makes it seem?
I think hydration has gotten a little more complicated for some reason. I think there's a decent percentage of the population that's chronically dehydrated, and perhaps their vertigo, perhaps their stubborn problem truly isn't going away because they're dehydrated still.
Mm.
So I do think that's an ongoing problem.
We just did an episode on perineural therapy, and this was a new concept to me as of last year. So what made you start using perineural therapy in your practice?
I'm not too sure who introduced me to perineural therapy or how I finally registered it as a treatment. I know some other naturopaths who I work with started doing it a little before me. So perhaps through one of them, I use ozone as pain management and regenerative medicine treatments for joints and tissues for kind of since the beginning. Mm. And it was okay. Ozone's great all around. It's amazing what it can do, but there was some limitation for how quick it worked, how gentle it was, how effective it was. It didn't treat all things, so there was always something a little bit lacking with managing pain for people. So it was always on the hunt for what's next. Stem cells I had 2 or 3 years of aggressively using stem cells to try to get additional pain relief and regeneration, and had some success with that, some not. And so it was after that that perineural therapy came into my practice. And since then, I've been blown away at how successful it is, how gentle it is, how efficient it is. And so it definitely integrates well with all those other methods, which are sometimes needed as well, ozone, stem cells, but perineural therapy ties it all together by treating the nerves more specifically. And
yeah, you'll have to watch our last episode. He shows the whole procedure, and I woke up with some neck pain. It's crazy. It legitimately works in 6 seconds. Who do you see benefits the most from this? I know I personally have, but
I think people who have been to multiple doctors, 2 or 3 doctors, potentially even have had surgeries to try to fix pain. So really people who are at the end of the road with what they've tried for pain management and relief are the perfect candidates. And often they have nowhere else to go.
What surprises patients the most about it during the treatment?
I think that they can feel the relief right away.
Yeah, I would say that is 100% true. It is painless. The injections are painless, and you have immediate relief. It's wild. Okay. What does natural living actually mean to you?
Natural living is is a process. I don't think you can wake up overnight and live naturally. Again, I'm 10 years into this and I still have aspects of my routine and lifestyle that could clean up, but I think it's putting health first. So making little decisions each day to try to be healthier, reduce your exposure to things that are hard for the body to process or toxins, and more importantly, be doing the things each day, going out in the sun, various things that we know the body needs each day. So you could say following nature's laws and principles.
I love hearing that from you. I feel like there's so much noise on social media right now, and a lot of people have the pressure of, biohacking and doing everything that we can to live the best and be the healthiest. But I think that is something that's so important for everyone to remember. It's just the small shifts every day, every week, every month, every year that really add up to longevity. Do you think the wellness space has become too complicated?
I do think it's a little hard to navigate because people will kind of get glued on one video or one subject, and it sounds so promising and exciting. However, it's easy to overlook 10 other things that may be more fundamental than that exciting new trend or video you've seen. And there's just so much out there, it's easy for that to happen. I think it's necessary. I think we're, again, in a moment of time where we're all trying to feel better and ensure that we age more gracefully and don't have chronic disease. So it's necessary. It's kind of part of the waking up a bit, but it is a challenge.
Yeah. So maybe people just need to have more of an open mindset and just kind of research more than just get stuck in one place, which can be kind of hard. What's something simple people can start doing today to improve their health?
Well, something I've just started doing the last few days is grounding, being sure that I'm wearing shoes that are grounding shoes or going barefoot on the earth. It's one of those old-time principles that is easily forgotten, but can help the body in multiple ways. And I'd say getting more sunlight, sun exposure at different times of the day is really important.
How do you approach health differently than conventional medicine? What is your initial approach?
Well, conventional medicine either blocks something in the body, typically a blocking mechanism, or strongly activating, strongly stimulating. So it's the strong depressing effects and the strong stimulating effects that's how most modern medicine works. So in naturopathic medicine, we want to more work with the body, more gentle nudging of the systems and the cells so that the body can do it itself. We want the body to try to heal itself rather than blocking something. We find that's not as much of a band-aid then. If the body can fix it itself, then it can keep it at bay.
What's the biggest health myth you hear all the time?
Oh, what's the biggest health myth? Hard to say. Yeah, there's so many health myths that would take some time to explain. Probably the biggest one out there, it's kind of controversial, but that sugar is bad for you. It's a little more complicated than that.
We'll get into it later. What's something people think is healthy but isn't healthy?
A lot of the plant-based milks are definitely not that good for you.
Terrible. What's one thing you would never do for your own health?
I don't think I'd ever live in a high rise.
Elaborate.
Well, I think the further you are from the earth, the harder it is to be healthy. And you certainly can't ground your body.
What's something simple you do every day for your health?
I think tooth blotting is a really healthy practice that not many people know about. Taking care of your mouth is really important, and that's needs to be a daily habit thing.
We'll get into tooth blotting later. Okay, last section. What's your favorite part about being a naturopath?
I think my favorite part is just that it keeps you constantly learning and constantly seeking truth in the world and with what's out there. And you get to work with people and see positive change in their lives.
That's awesome. What keeps you passionate about this work?
I think I still have a drive to try to get to the truth in what really works and what doesn't. Try to filter through the noise, and that's what keeps me going.
What's something you've learned about health that changed your own life?
I would say just learning that foods impact our bodies so intensely. So what you eat definitely is influencing how you feel. And that's foods you eat together, that's food combinations, but just knowing that you can positively or really negatively impact your health through foods you eat is good to know.
With my own experience, that has been key to a lot of things that I've gone through. So I fully agree with that one. All right, last question. If someone is feeling overwhelmed with their health, where should they start?
I'd say reach out to either a friend or a colleague, or reach out for a somewhat of a professional so someone can help walk with them on the journey. It's hard to figure it all out yourself, and who knows, they may have even solved some of the problems you're working on. And it's that's kind of one of the hidden shortcuts in life, is either hiring a mentor or hiring someone who's walked through the journey before.
Yeah, love that. Community is everything. So having people on your side could change the trajectory of your journey. Well, thank you for joining us on our first Get to Know You with our naturopath. We will be interviewing him again and again and again. I'm sure he'll get sick of it. But if you have any questions you would like to ask, we would love to hear from you. Just leave them in the comments. And we would love to keep making videos like this for you. So just subscribe, and we will see you soon.